Hey, it's me, Wanda B, and you are tuned into He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. I'm excited. It's Sunday, my favorite day of the week. It's a fun day. And I have with me someone new today. Okay, got to see if my Facebook Live is getting. I know you guys tune in so many ways, and I so appreciate that. But if you're tuning in on Facebook, you can join the broadcast. You can chime in. You can be our virtual co-host. You always can. I'd also like for you to share it with your friends so they can join in too, because I like to hear a lot of different people talk about what's happening. It adds to the conversation, so you can do that. And I appreciate it so much. I have with me, I'm putting on my shoe. At the same time, I have this thing, if you all don't know, about the shoes I wear for the show have to, I don't know. So I'm putting on my shoe at the same time. Ignore me for a minute. Okay, here we go, you all. And I have with me none other than one reason I did this show. I said, I'm just jumping around because I'm so excited. We have this new show here at IntellectualRadio.com. It is Sundays. It's on my fun day. So I love my Sunday fun day family. And it is Coffee Time with Jasmine. She's at 11 a.m. every other week here at Intellectual Radio. And I love her show so much. And so I said, Jasmine, you have to come on my show so we can have some coffee time. So I am going to have coffee time with Jasmine. Let's say hello to Jasmine. Hey, Jazz.
Hey, my name is Jasmine. And yes, I do. It's Coffee Time with Jasmine. Like you said, she said 11 a.m. every other Sunday, just talking about like trending topics and just honestly anything I really want. And we always have coffee every time.
So what coffee do we have today? So I had to be like my dear friend Jasmine and bring a coffee. I have Dunkachino. Cappuccino from Dunkin' Donuts, I'm assuming is what is in it. Tell me what's in yours today.
Okay, so I got something honestly basic. Honestly, it's just a macchiato, caramel macchiato, and then it's iced, but it's really good.
Caramel macchiato ice. Every week when she comes, she brings this drink, and I go, "What is that? What is in it?" Because she gets all fancy with it. I'm rarely fancy.
It's so good and sweet.
So I am going to take a quick break as we move on. We're going to go into our trending topics really quickly. So when we come back, our first topic.
All inclusion, no confusion. The he said, she said, clearing up the drama with Wanda.
Hey, it's me, Wanda B. I'm back. You're tuned in to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. I'm here with Jasmine from Coffee Time with Jasmine. So we're having coffee. Yes, it's 2 p.m. And that's because her show is usually in the morning. But we're still just because I'm partaking in Coffee Time with Jasmine on He Said, She Said. So, guys, we're going to go over some of the things that's been trending in the news. I want to recap, though, what I talked about last week. And the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. I enjoyed the movie. And I
did too.
Did you?
Yeah, it was really, really good. At first, I was like, 2 hours long. That's a long time. But every minute was worth it. I was like, whoa, this is really good.
And you're born, I mean, well after this.
Definitely like way after it happened. Like, I didn't even know like who he was. Like, I knew before the movie who he was, but like I was not born during his era like at all. But I wish I could have. I mean, obviously he was killed, but I wish I really could have not lived, but knew him. I wish he was still alive. Like I would know him if he was still alive by now. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks. His life ended at 21. That's wild.
Isn't that wild?
Mhm.
How young
Yes.
someone who did so much at such a
Yes.
young age.
Powerful at 21. They were so scared of him.
So that is it's nice to hear people your age, your generation. What generation are you? You're not a millennial. You're younger than the millennials, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I think I am a millennium. I'm not Gen Z. I think they call the newest one Gen Z.
Gen Z.
But
so
yeah.
you're not Gen Z.
No, I am.
Okay,
not.
I won't ask
Thank
you
God.
your age because
I mean, it's fine. I'm 24.
okay, so
yeah.
Oh.
Stop. We're done. I'm not gonna talk my age anymore. But yeah.
So you're still a millennial. I
Mhm.
thought Gen Z like started. I'll have to Google that.
Yeah,
as we
I would
go.
have to, but I don't think I'm Gen Z. I think I'm not Gen Z. I don't know why I keep turning up my nose to them, but they're a
Right.
whole other area because they're so different. Like they're brought up different from. I think obviously every generation is just different. But
Really, you think the millennials are brought up different than
Gen
Gen
Z?
Zs?
Yes.
The Gen Zs are different.
Maybe
What's the
because-
difference? I don't know because
I just feel like they get away with more, and I'm just playing. I just think each generation has. I
do
don't know.
think they get away with more.
Yeah, honestly, I really do think they get away with a lot more. They have a lot more, like, given to them, I suppose you want to say. And I don't know, just way different. Like, every generation has had their struggles. And I feel like Gen Z just has it easy. Not easy. Obviously, they definitely have their struggles. But I don't know. I'm not Gen Z. That's all I wanted to say. I'm not Gen Z. I just
we
want to
say all that
there.
to say you're not Gen Z.
Yes,
You're a
yes.
millennial.
Yes.
And I don't know what is mine. I'm not a
don't
baby
know.
boomer. I think that's like way older than me.
Yes.
At least that's what I'm going with. Okay. So I don't know my breakdown. I'll have to go look and
Yeah.
see. So trending in the news, some of the things that I've seen going on. So Meghan Markle is supposed to be on Oprah, right? And it's
Yes.
supposed to be tell all.
Mhm.
Because they
I'm
say
telling.
she's a bully. Like she's been bullying
Yes.
people in
I think
Buckingham Palace.
I think they're trying to like honestly mess with her character. I feel like they just want to perceive her as this like angry black mad woman. And it's just I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think Harry would be with someone like that. I don't know. Harry reminds me so much of his mother. Obviously, she died, and obviously that's a whole mystery behind that. But I just don't think Harry would be with someone like that. I think there's definitely a lot going on up in that palace, and we just don't know. Well, we're gonna find out. I really want to watch it, but they said it's like two hours long or something like that. But I really want to watch it. Are you gonna watch it?
No, I'm not gonna devote 2 hours to Meghan Markle. I'm not gonna lie, but I will watch the recaps, like on Good Morning America when they go excerpts. I will definitely partake in some excerpts of
Yeah.
Meghan Markle. I do want to watch it, but if you wouldn't have told me 2 hours, I probably would have started watching it. But now I just can't. But
Yeah.
because I know the end result. I mean, or they're gonna tell me the fun parts tomorrow.
In the news. That is 100% true. That is true. I don't know. You're right. 2 hours is a long time. And I think it premieres maybe tonight. It definitely hasn't premiered yet. You think they would premiere it earlier? No, they would premiere it later in the day. But I don't know. I like Oprah, so that's why I
love
see
Oprah.
It. Yes, that's why I kind of want to look into it. And then
I want to watch it. I just, I definitely will maybe dip in and out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go towards the end because they're gonna drag it out.
100%.
So I'm definitely going to check in because I really do want to know. And if I do miss it, then I do know that tomorrow Good Morning America is gonna have this recap of all the juicy stuff. So I'll go read the juicy condensed version of what happened.
So, I feel like stuff's gonna hit the fan tomorrow.
You think so?
Man, I feel like it's gonna be something she's gonna spill or he's gonna spill, and then they're gonna be mad.
Well, they've already taken away their whatever stipend of money they get.
Yep.
They have stripped them of that money. Do you really think it's because of race?
I don't know.
Or that she's American?
I don't know, because honestly, it makes it seem that way because Harry was there the whole time. Like literally, Harry has been there obviously his whole life. And then as soon as he gets his wife, it's like, whoa, I can't be here. or they're causing. That's why I want to wait and see exactly like what she says, because I was looking at this one trailer. It was like a little snippet to the interview, and she was sitting down with Oprah, and Oprah was like, "I remember calling you in 2018, and we're talking, and I was like, I want to do an interview with you, and you were like, no, like right now is not a right time, and X, Y, and Z." And Megan was like, well, when you were asking me, I was in front of other people who were like basically controlling what I could and could not say and what I could and could not do. Now I have a say so. So it's like, oh, you have a say so. You can say what you want. So what are you about to say? What is about to go down? You don't. And she's like, I don't have someone telling me what I can and cannot say anymore. And I'm like, okay. So we're going to see. I don't know. I'm excited. But
I heard a reporter from the UK say that it's funny that they've always wished the royals would get the
high horse or something.
Off the high horse. Also, paying that they always pay for who they were, their livings. That they always complained of that, and as soon as someone does, they do cut them off, and they want to do their own thing and say we won't take your money. They have a problem with that as well.
Yeah, and you think they would be like, okay, you don't want to be here, but it's like, I guess it's like a whole family thing, and I don't know. I just want to see what the world, like obviously Elizabeth, what she's gonna say, if she says anything after Meghan and Harry have their interview. I wonder if they're gonna come out with something. I don't know.
If they do, it'll be the diplomatic. Have you ever watched The Crown?
No, I've heard of it though.
Okay, if any parts, and I've heard Harry say like he kind of likes The Crown being based on his family more so than some of the other things that have come out because it's a little bit more accurate to how it is. They are very strict on what is said and isn't said, and a whole team of people discuss this of what you're going to say next and how you're going to say it. It's a well thought out process, so it's not just it won't be thrown at you. So I'm excited for it. Yeah. I just want the juicy details. I'm just nosy.
Honestly, I like that they're gonna do like obviously like all the news outlets are gonna do all like the big snippets that come out of it and stuff like that. And another thing Megan said, even though it was like a minute of what she was talking about, she was like, I've been such an independent woman, and to go to that, I was not used to that. I was not, like you're saying, like they pick like what you say and like stuff like that.
What you wear, what you say, everything on that
Could
show.
You deal with
everything.
That?
Pardon?
Could you deal with that?
Could I deal? No. I would be a Meghan Markle. They throw me out and talk about me because but in the movie The Crown, there's the Queen Elizabeth. It's depicted on the true story. So Queen Elizabeth has a younger sister who always bucked the system and always did things her way. And they were like, no. And she was like, you're the one with this job that I get to do what I want to do and marry who I want to marry. And so you see, she was the type of person I would be, that I would just be trying to live my life, and they would troubleshoot my whole existence because I wouldn't follow the norm. She didn't marry someone in the caliber. She married like an artist, and she did her own thing all the time, and it just drove them crazy. And so, I mean, she has since passed away, but she really gave them a run for their money. And she wanted the spotlight though that Queen Elizabeth had, but she's the eldest. And because she didn't have it, she did. And Queen Elizabeth sometimes envied her freedom to not have to do the correct thing at all times. She got to just live her life. And so that would be hard for me unless I grew up with it and that's all I knew.
Right. That's why maybe Harry like stayed so long. And then Meghan obviously wasn't used to that like at all. But honestly, it's just like, if you think about it, I felt like not trying to say like Meghan knew what was going to happen because obviously she's never dealt with that before. But do you think Harry like informed her like, hey, like
this is going to be intense. This is something you've never experienced. The level of everything you do has to be approved from where you live. They told Queen Elizabeth once, no, you can't. And Prince, whatever, her husband, Philip, when he was like, goodness, this is so much. They tell you everything from your children, what school they can go to. Everything is controlled.
I cannot. How does someone live that way? Maybe Meghan was like, I'm gonna try it and see like what happens. That's why she stayed. Like,
because you love Harry. Right. So if you love him, you would say, I'll go to your country. I'll live there. And it sounds like it could be I'm going to live in a castle.
Right. That's
And
what I was thinking. I could live in a castle, money, all this other stuff, and then it comes with all this other extra stuff. I don't know, but same with you. I don't think I could live that way, honestly, because it's just so like such independent women, and then to be controlled, to tell like what you have to wear, down to who you have to date. Like, I want to love the person I'm gonna date, not because you want me to date them.
I think she said how they treat Kate Middleton is so different than how they treat her.
Yeah, that I heard about that.
That the press is easy on her, and then they could wear the same dress, and she's seen regal, and they find something nasty to say about Meghan. So it'll be interesting to see. So it also trending in the news is Andrew Cuomo is the governor of New York, and he has had 3 women come out and accuse him of sexual harassment. And I saw like a picture they had, and he was kind of touching her face, and she was kind of looking like, "Ooh, okay,
don't touch me."
But for me, a little bit of this seems like they're getting him back for some of the things that have come up with Trump.
Yes.
Why don't these women? I am not a rape enthusiast. Let me throw this out there. I believe that women should be able to come out whenever if they. But I do get this scene. It's the timing that's so odd.
Yeah. It's weird because the allegation about him like not speaking up about all the not homeless, all the
nursing home people that had COVID-19. How many? The numbers he supposedly didn't report.
Yeah, exactly.
But he kind of says he didn't because Trump would kind of run with it. I mean, and I didn't want to give him ammunition and kind of and it's something Trump would actually do himself.
100%. He'd be like, all these people are dying, or all these people are getting COVID because you're not doing X, Y, and Z. And at the end of the day, you're the president. You need to be doing something for us funding. But he's not president anymore. So you know what I'm saying? But you're right. The timing is weird. Like, at the end of the day, though, like you said, like, whenever they're ready to come out with their story, they can 100% come out, because at the end of the day, we can't tell them when they're going to be ready. But the timing is all just really weird. And I feel like Andrew is cool people. Like, I don't know. I've never seen any like bad stories about him until recently. I'm like, whoa. Like,
and then you all wait to come out together, right? When the timing is, because if you do something inappropriate, or I feel is, you're going to know right then and there. We're going to discuss this, right? No, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back to work and still working a little bit. She almost sounds like she could be planted. Some of them could go into the job intentionally
to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that's true. I hope not, though, but hopefully they do an investigation and figure it all out. But what's going to make me mad is if it's not true, and then this is still going to be on his record. Because, this... You
don't live this down. Once you get accused, people... You are either guilty or innocent, period. No trial, no come out later and it was recanted. You're going to unfortunately have this cloud over your head. But there is a generation of older men who do have a more colorful way of speaking to the younger generation of women when they talk to them in the workplace. Yeah. And I wonder if he does kind of
talk to them,
go on the borderline of having these.
Because he is kind of old school, older, you want to say. So that is true. He probably crossed a boundary he didn't know he crossed.
But he should know he crossed, but at the same time, shouldn't lose his job or have to step down because he crossed it. Or people already, and it doesn't make it right. I'm not saying that he did it, but I do think some in that generation have a bad habit of doing
things they're not supposed to and thinking it's okay. I definitely agree with that.
So he may have also done that. I don't know. But I still don't think he should lose his job.
They're trying to have him like step down in the time being or something like that. But I'm just like...
But I think that timing is all... That's all fishy. So I know this is probably last week's topic, but I think... Do you watch The Bachelor?
No,
I don't either. But I still was kind of I've went in to see, because this is the first Black Bachelor, I was kind of curious to see, so I have kind of gone in just to look a little bit. So this is the only season I probably know the most about. Have you heard that backlash of Chris that he about Okay, so
No.
we I'll
No,
say
say
that.
it. Cause okay, I thought you weren't gonna say. I'm like, no, tell me, cause I'm not gonna watch it. So tell me. I need to know
You
what
need to
happened.
know.
Yes.
You know what? We'll say that for our movie when we go over movies and what people think. Dr. Seuss.
Ah, I heard about it.
Okay, so Dr. Seuss, six books, children's books that the author Dr. Seuss will no longer be published due to offensive images.
Hmm.
I don't believe my children, though they're the books, though. I didn't even when I heard some of the
Yeah.
titles, I
I
was
was
like, I'm not even familiar with that book.
honestly, I didn't like, yeah, because I looked at some, I'm like, I don't remember this even being a book. And then obviously, I don't know. I don't remember it being a book, so I've never actually looked in it. But they said, like you said, some images are inappropriate. I think they're doing a good job though. Like, I don't know. I've never read the books, or I don't remember reading the books, but I don't know. If they are offensive, definitely you need to stop selling them. I think they're doing good about that.
But people have been kind of upset. They were like, what else do you take away? People have said, okay, so now they're talking about getting rid of the Jeep Cherokee, that
What?
that the name Cherokee.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
unfortunately, I think if people are offended, you got to kind of go
Yeah.
with it.
Honestly, I could see but there has to be some stopping point though. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are like very sensitive. Like I feel like the whole world, anything you do, everyone is just so sensitive. But like, it's just where do you stop? You know, like I could say books are okay, but keep the Jeep. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It just
But I'm not a Cherokee, so I don't know how I would feel.
yeah.
And if I can't think of something similar that isn't really bad. I can't say on the air that would
Right.
maybe similar, even though I don't know. And
Mhm.
so not knowing how that feels, I don't want to. I can't say
Too much about it.
to. If the Cherokee are offended, then they have a right, I
Right.
guess, to say change
It's
it.
like, how do these people come up with these names, especially with the Blackhawks? The obviously the Native Americans, they want them to stop using the logo, like change their logo and like the name and stuff. But it's like, why did you ever think it was okay to use that as a like name, Black? Like why? I don't know. It's just
Well, even the Jeep Cherokee. Why does
yeah,
the car have to be a Cherokee?
yeah. It's like why did you ever think it was okay? But then again, they grew up in different times, and I just I don't know. It's just all so weird. But yeah, they grew up in different times, so they thought it was okay.
So, and that's true. Different times that
Mhm.
we weren't.
But then again, we're in 2020, so
knowledgeable.
why haven't you been changed? Because you knew it's been a problem. But now all of a sudden we're in this era of like Black Lives Matter, X, Y, and Z, Native Americans matter, LBG, Q community matter. Now we want to change it because we're gonna get canceled. We're actually worried about, they change the pancake mix.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
more Aunt Jemima.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be, and I think Uncle Ben's is going to.
Yeah, I heard about them too.
So I don't want to say it's right to keep it. You shouldn't just keep doing something that was done if it's wrong, and then say just
Right.
keep doing it because why change it? I do get that,
Right.
but like you said, where does it end? I guess it
Yeah.
ends when everything is neutral.
Fixed, yeah.
I guess
Will
that's
it
when
ever
it
be
ends.
though? No.
No, because you're gonna think of something, and you won't even know that meant something to
Yes.
someone. Like
Yes. Like I didn't.
I get Cherokee. So what
Right.
else could I think of that could be something, a name? Like what if they start saying you named that after this animal and the animal doesn't like it, you'd be called penguins. Because what about the penguins? I mean, well, like
Yeah.
where does it
And
end
honestly,
with offending people?
mhm.
Not that we want people to be offended,
Right.
but
I just think we live in a sensitive world. And honestly, I'm also sensitive myself, so I'm not saying like everyone else is sensitive. I'm not. I'm sensitive too. I'm just saying like everyone is very sensitive, and it's just when does it like stop? But I mean, I understand where people are coming from 100%. Certain things are just off limits. And I was reading this one article one day, and it was talking about how they're trying to integrate, black, like not it's not white all sink and then the black sink, drinking fountain sink or whatever. Now we're integrating blacks and whites and stuff like that. But the whites didn't want to integrate in the pools. So instead of having them integrated, what they did is they drained them. And what they didn't know, well, I don't know if they didn't think about it or whatever, but like you not wanting to have black people have access to pools means you don't have access to pools. kind of sense does that make? Like, I was reading this article, I'm like, that's dumb. Like, why?
You cut off your own just so they won't have it.
Yes.
You will deny your own self from having it. But I don't think they actually did. They just created their own and said you couldn't. They
Mhm.
put it in their neighborhoods and took it out of
Our
ours,
neighborhoods makes sense.
and so they did create country clubs and
True.
things
Mhm.
that had that then we did and create rules so we don't have access to them. So then they just created a way to, oh, we don't want to be denied that. So now we run you out of this neighborhood
And
because
maybe
we want this school. So
right.
now we rezone things and don't let you
Mhm.
get a house in this neighborhood so we can
Mhm.
have this school back because we
Right.
don't want to pay
Doesn't it
tuition
sound like
anymore.
something today we do that we still do?
No, yeah, it is. I was talking about my own neighborhood. Yeah,
Okay.
that happened.
Okay. Experience, your own experience. Okay, gotcha.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that so unfortunately that happens and it's sad. It's really sad.
It
So
really is. It blows my mind we're in 2020 and it's still happening, but it's like, what do you expect from people not wanting to change? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm always reading articles about Congress and the House and like, they're passing all these bills and then not wanting to pass them. And I'm just like, all these rich people are trying to determine how much money we need. You're rich. You're rich. You don't need it. Yes, we need it. Like, what is 14? Like, what is that going to do for me for 1 month? Like, it's just crazy how all these rich people are trying to pass laws for us. And I feel like they don't understand.
the day
Yes.
in the life of being
Yes.
to know
Yes.
that to actually know how far that dollar actually goes.
Right.
You
Right.
may think that's too much and that'll
Mhm.
bankrupt us to give you $15 an
Mhm.
hour, but if you
Yep.
really looked at how 1 hour of your time being $15 in
Yes.
one meal
Yeah.
to feed a family is
Right.
no is $30
Right. Right. It's a
that
lot of money
and
to
to pay your rent, lights, gas, and
Right.
everything from that same is the
I don't even think that's enough, but whatever.
but they really don't have an understanding.
Yeah.
And maybe they should do like one time one of the mayors that Jane Byrne went and lived, like make you have to try to do exactly what the law you want to pass, make you live that way for
Right.
a length
And
of
see how you
time
do.
and see how you make out. And then you go, oh,
Mhm.
okay, well, maybe they do need a little bit more.
Right.
I also think it's sad when it's not bipartisan. The Democrats want this, the Republicans. What's best for the people who
Right.
elected you,
Right.
and not care about whether you're Democratic or Republican. Just
Right.
do what's best
For the people.
for the people.
Right.
And so it shouldn't come down to any party line. It should come
I agree.
down to what's best.
But it always comes down to those two parties, and obviously, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so dumb to me because they really don't like understand the class, like minimum, like working people. And I don't know. And then I was reading this article as well, like this one, I forget her name, Karsten. She's a Senate for Arizona. So if you want to look her up, look her up. But she's a senator for Arizona. And she thumbs down to the 15 minimum wage. But she's a Democrat. But she said the reason she thumbs down to it is because she wants to keep the COVID relief bill separate from the minimum wage bill. And I'm like, I get that. But then again, it's like the reason they want to pass it now, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a process. So I think they want to start that process now because people need that money. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I just think we should like have a conversation about it. It should be separate bill. And I'm just like, why haven't you guys been I feel like they've definitely been having a conversation about it. And it just really annoyed me because she thumbs down to it. And it was kind of like, you have to watch it. It was kind of like, I don't know. It kind of was grimy to me, like it was like, why would you do that? Like, I don't know.
Hold this hostage to get what you want over here. And it's
Yeah.
they manipulate and plot and scheme to get what I need over here, so you won't get this unless I get this.
Right.
And you go, people are actually suffering though.
Yeah, playing with people's lives, honestly, because like people are really looking forward to this money, or like the extra money you get for unemployment on the food stamps and stuff like that. And I just feel like they took a long time to like kind of pass this law, or I'm sorry, this bill. And I don't know. I still don't think it's going to be enough. And I feel like we elected these people, and I feel like they're not honestly like, rooting for us or doing what we want. And that's why, honestly, we really got to look into like who we're actually voting for, because these Republicans, these Democrats, both parties, like
Both parties
both,
will
like,
play this party thing against
yes,
each other as you're
yes,
sitting here, and there's a lot of people who still are not back to work,
yeah,
whether they're in
mhm,
the restaurant industry. There's different industries that are slowly coming back, but if you
mhm,
were in the hospitality industry, the hotels, people aren't traveling like they used to.
right,
People who worked at in Chicago, the McCormick place, the trade industry, which was
mhm,
huge,
mhm,
billions and billions of dollars of trade shows that haven't opened back up. And then we're affected by these
yeah,
things,
yeah,
and they are then just playing, well, you did, they're doing their own thing of politics
right,
as we suffer down here.
right.
And the amount of money they even give you isn't really a lot to do a lot
It's
with,
not.
to fight over. $600 doesn't go far
Hmm.
for the average family or even single person
Right.
to actually pay. It didn't pay for months of bills if it paid for one
One.
one
Because,
month.
yeah,
So what did you really stimulate? I
right.
mean, that
Because
didn't
rent could be, no, rent is definitely, well, unless you
more
got a
than
rent
six
like
hundred.
that. That's nice if you got a rent for
Well, if you have
$600.
6 or 8 roommates, you would probably have
You could
six hundred
afford that.
dollars.
That's true.
I
But yeah,
mean,
you're right. That doesn't really cover rent. Like, what's $600?
so did you really do a lot? Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, we thank you for, but
Yeah.
at the
Thank
same
you.
time, that's a
Appreciate it.
drop in the bucket.
Right.
But so as we talk about then COVID, let's talk
Mm,
about COVID and the vaccinations. So
mhm,
Johnson and Johnson now has the single dose vaccine
oh.
is now out. So now we have three choices: Pfizer, Moderna, and now Johnson and Johnson. And theirs is nice because it's single dose. And I was at an event. And happy birthday to my best friend Tammy. We were at a girls thing last night, and we're all and it's funny how everybody was like, "Do you have the vaccine?" Oh yeah, I'm getting it. I have the Pfizer. I have the Moderna. And
Uh,
then some people saying, "Well, I'm holding out. I want the Johnson and Johnson because I only want that one single dose."
right. Why did
So
it take him a long time? Maybe were they still making it? Like, I don't understand these things, honestly. Like, why didn't they Johnson and Johnson been have the one dose, or like, never mind,
I
keep
don't think
going.
they were. I think they were still making
Okay,
it.
okay,
I
okay,
think
okay.
it was still cooking.
Still cooking because it is one
It was.
dose. So
I
yeah.
think it was still in the. Still in the. Somebody was stirring the pot, saying, "Will this work? You
Well,
think it'll work?" I don't
can
know.
we put it all in one dose? I think we
Can we
can.
put it all in one dose? You try yours. We got to get a one doser. Does this work? And then
Trying to
shooting it
be.
at people. Did
Hmm.
you get sick? You didn't get sick. I think just the testing. I'm
That's me.
simplifying this, but I'm making it so I understand.
Right,
That's
right.
where I think it is. So you
Mhm.
guys, let me know. Will you get vaccinated? I want to know. I do want things to open up. So I do
Yeah,
kind of like the idea that so many people are getting vaccinated
yeah.
because then some of the things I like to do have opened back up. I'm a stepper. I noticed some of my stepping friends, hey Penny, are here on the watching on the Facebook Live, and it was nice to go out dancing. Now, true, I wore
Mhm.
two masks, and I thought I was about to faint because I was trying to dance a
Were they
mask.
cloth masks or were they? Well, you wore two, so you couldn't breathe. So
You know what? I'm scared of the COVID.
I
So
understand. I understand. I
and so
understand.
I was like, I'm wearing two, but I was like, plus I'm about to shave. I haven't danced in months, and so many
Oh,
people haven't danced, been able to do that. But it's still nice that it's opened up. So
right,
these places now are crowded because people are coming out. But
right.
yeah, I did. I wore one heavier mask like the N95 and then put a cute one on top.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I
So the
still couldn't breathe. It doesn't
I
matter. I
still
couldn't
couldn't
breathe.
breathe, but it was cute though, so that's all that
But
matters.
and I was like, oh my gosh, like to cover up your mouth and nose and exercise is not
It
necessarily
yeah, 'cause
fun.
it's not. I've been to the gym a couple of times, and how to
You have to keep your mask on at the gym.
the whole time. And like I can't breathe like at all. And like say you try to wear the cloth one, like yeah, cloth one or whatever.
Mm.
No, that's no, don't do that because you really can't breathe. I like to wear the, the disposable ones because you can actually breathe out of those. But the cotton ones I cannot breathe out at all at the gym because I'm like, and then I don't know, it's just a whole thing. But yeah, you have to keep it on the whole time. But honestly, a lot of people aren't really at the gym, and I think because of COVID. So that's
And
good.
that's understandable. I was
Yeah.
talking to, like I said, at the girls thing, and how many people are still very anxious
Mm. Yeah.
to go back. So the one girl was saying she's going back to the gym in April.
Okay.
So she's like, give it some time and she'll be
Right.
back. But I've gone to smaller Pilates classes, and we're socially distanced, and we do keep our
Right.
masks on, but it's not as rigorous probably as a gym. It
Right.
was, but it there was points I was like, oh, I want to take this mask off,
Oh,
but at the same time, I guess this is gonna be our new normal, so I'm gonna have to
right.
learn how to breathe.
Through the
Because do you think
mask.
we'll ever be able to take a mask off?
I don't think so. And then I feel like people are gonna be too scared to take it off anyway. But you heard Texas is not,
Oh,
mandating.
Mississippi and or
Wait, I
just
don't know.
Texas,
I think it's just Texas. I
just
haven't heard about
Texas.
Mississippi, but you
You're
might be
right. You're
okay.
right. You're right. Just Texas.
Yeah, and they just had a whole situation down there, and then like a week later, he's like, "Okay, you don't have to wear the mask." Like that is,
I don't want to live in Texas. I'm gonna wear mine. I don't care. I
yeah,
would just anybody, and now I've been around people who don't have their mask on, and I'll just kind of slowly
distance
distance.
yourself.
I'm socially distance myself from them
Right.
because you know what? I do think we may not even know when we're carrying it. I know that's a
Yeah,
fact that you can
yeah,
carry it and not
and
know
not
it.
know
So
100%.
it so I do. I am glad people are getting vaccinated.
Yeah, I am too. It's just really sad, like not trying to be a downer and stuff like that, but like I still see like all the COVID, like people still getting COVID and people are still dying from COVID. It's not like large numbers still, but it's still like,
Hundreds a day
yeah,
here just in the Chicago, Illinois area.
yeah,
100 people a
yeah,
day.
yeah. And it's like, how? And the vaccine is here. Like, it's supposed to help everything. And people are still out here dying from it, still catching it. Like, things aren't over. And then they said a lot of college students are going on spring break soon and they're worried. And I'm just like, why can't we just close things again? Now, I mean, please don't quote me. I don't want things to close, but it's like people aren't going to actually follow the restrictions if they don't actually close things. I just feel like people are going to do what they want to do, you know?
So hopefully, I also think though the vaccine may give some false sense of safety.
Yeah, because you can still get it with it.
And I've heard a lot of people with saying I'm glad I got it, and they're not like wearing their
Yeah,
masks
I think
as
you're
much
invincible now.
because they feel like they're vaccinated. So this
Yeah.
could go either way. I'm keeping my mask on and wear two, and if I can't breathe, I just take a moment and sit down and take a breath and get back up and dance. But I'm glad I can dance. So,
Right.
Mr. Potato Head, have you heard this?
No, what happened?
In the cancel culture or changing
Oh,
culture of things?
what do you
Uh,
do?
Mr. Potato Head, Hasbro said that it will sell a new playset starting this fall without the Mr. and Mrs. designation. So the kids will be able to create their own type of Mr. Potato Head. So it
Okay.
won't be a Mr. Potato Head or Mrs. Potato
Oh,
Head. It'll just be Potato Head.
I
You
get what you're
create your
saying.
gender.
Yeah,
Is,
trying to be gender neutral and stuff like that. Demi Lovato came out with the whole thing like I don't think like it's no, it's really like hurtful when parents do gender reveals. Like you shouldn't do a not female, a girl or a boy.
Really
Yes.
hurtful to who? The baby's not even born yet. He doesn't know I just revealed his gender.
Literally. And it's like
Why?
that's what I'm telling you. People are sensitive. When is the cutoff? Like, if they want to have a gender reveal, if I want to have a gender reveal and I want to say this is a girl or boy, I can do that. Why is it going to hurt you? And then again, they're not knowing, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, at the end of the day, if they want to change, they can change. But at the end of the day, people are just sensitive.
I mean, I want to be sensitive. I don't want to marginalize. If I want you to understand how I'm discriminated against, I too want to understand if you're discriminated against.
Right.
But the gender reveal thing I'm missing because you're
Yeah.
actually born one or the other. But what I have noticed is that people are saying like I refer as her, and I'm like, okay, you're a girl, you refer as her. No, I'm not trying to please y'all. I'm not. If you're in the LGBTQIA community, I'm not disparaging you or I'm with you and all that. I'm
100%.
just curious as to why if I'm not, I have to say what my pronouns are. Like people
Right.
who aren't
Yeah.
now are giving their pronouns. Is that
Right.
how we're going to be now? Like I have to say I go by I'm Wanda B and I go by she, her,
Her. Yeah.
and her.
Her. Yeah, I don't know either. I really don't know. But I've actually seen some emails like that. Like people put it at the end of their emails and stuff. I'm like, okay. Like, I just think if you want to do it, you do it. But I mean, I'm not doing. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do it, but I mean, I
But
don't
why
want to do.
would we?
I don't.
So I'm not understanding.
Right.
I'm not knowledgeable on why we're doing it for people who. Oh, so maybe it's a do it for everybody. So then you don't notice who is or
Is
isn't. And
right.
now if you're doing it
Right.
and I'm not, I actually know that you're actually transgender or
Right.
switching. But if we were all doing it, it would. I guess that makes
Yeah, that
sense.
does make sense. But I don't think I'm gonna do it as of right now because I don't get it enough. And but good if you're doing it. I mean, good for
Right,
you.
no judgment of any.
Yeah,
But
100%.
like you said, we just don't understand, and a
Right,
lot of times, if someone can explain it to you, maybe you'd be on board. I don't
right,
quite understand
right.
why, unless you don't look like her, him, her,
Mm-hmm.
that you would need to say it. So maybe I'm gonna have a show on that, and I'm going to ask someone to explain
Educate you. Yeah,
educate me on why. But it's the same as the gender reveal. Why,
yeah.
if I know I'm going to actually, you're going to come out a girl or a boy,
Right.
that I don't get to
But sometimes
say.
they don't see that. They don't like to just keep it as a boy and a girl. I think that's what she was trying to come out with. Like there can be other
And
genders.
I don't know what you're going to come out, that you could be, I could actually have a transgender child. So versus not, but
It
that's
just
not the time. I still don't know.
it just doesn't make any sense. And at the end of the day, if I want to have a gender reveal for a boy and a girl, I'm gonna do it. Like, oh well, like Demi, you don't have to. It's fine. So
It's, I guess, as long as we leave it open that there's no judgment if you decide to do it and I
right, like
don't.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And I feel like there is judgment. Like basically her being like there shouldn't be a gender reveal based off a boy and a girl. And I'm just like,
Then you don't do a gender
thank
reveal for
you.
it, because I honestly, personally, wouldn't do a gender reveal. It's
Mhm.
an extra waste of money. I'm gonna have a baby shower. I'll reveal it at the baby shower.
Mhm.
It's an extra party I don't want to pay for. I'm just too
Right.
cheap for a gender reveal.
Okay. I
I'm
understand. I
gonna reveal
understand.
it at the, maybe I'll reveal it at the baby shower, make one big party.
Right.
But it's not that. But if you do it, I don't care, and I'll come,
Right.
and I'm gonna be real excited, and I love watching them.
Right.
I get just as anxious, like, oh,
Uh-huh.
is it a girl or a boy? And I'm
Right.
guessing before
So
you guess,
excited.
but I'm
Mhm.
not judging. I just am cheap like that. I don't want to have this a whole nother party for that. But I don't also, but I guess it's just that I don't understand
Understand.
it
Right.
enough why you're mad that other people
Are doing it.
are doing it.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
do.
going to have a show like that where maybe I can get more of an explanation so I can feel one way or the other.
Right.
But I was like, now I have to say her. I have to say I'm Wanda B and I go by her and
Mhm.
she.
Right.
I just, well, I guess I explained it to myself. It's so that when you do it, you can't tell who's who
Right.
because we're all doing it. But if we all just don't discriminate, whether you are here, there,
Yeah.
I go by
Okay.
whatever you want to be called. Because if
Right.
I say call me Wanda B and not by my
Mhm.
full last name,
Mhm.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
just I don't know.
We're learning. We're
Yeah,
learning.
exactly. We're trying to
There'll
learn.
be a
That's
show
why
on
we're
that.
over here talking about it. We're trying to learn about it. So
Guys, you are tuned in to He Said, She Said with Wanda B. I'm here with my friend and media chick, and she's also part of the Intellectual Radio family. Her show is on our Sunday Fun Day, Jasmine. She's
Sunday.
with Coffee Time with Jasmine, which is 11 o'clock here on Intellectual Radio. And I just enjoy her show because it's fun, light, and it's like she usually fills me in on what's trending
Mhm.
topics, and I like that. So movies. Let's do a quick little
Ooh.
movie review. So our super producer here at Intellectual Radio had watched the movie Antebellum, and
Mhm.
he really shook him. I mean, it was his post. It was because it was different. It wasn't a typical theme of a movie.
Yeah.
How movies go. So
Yeah.
the gist of the movie, I don't even know, when I read all the, like, what is this movie about? It didn't
Mhm.
even really explain it enough where you really just almost had to watch it.
Yeah. You definitely
Cuz
had to watch it because that ending, that mm.
so he's been asking people to watch the movie, come back and tell us what they think. And so Jasmine, when she was here doing her show a couple weeks ago, super producer Earl Winfrey, the founder, creator of this fabulous station, IntellectualRadio.com, that we so love, such a genius,
Mhm.
said that he watched the movie and said for Jasmine to watch it and come back. So now Jasmine is back, and we're going to talk about just a little bit about what you thought about Antebellum. I would encourage everybody to watch it. And yes, it's the same Antebellum that the Bachelor, the girl went to an Antebellum party. So Antebellum is a Southern party.
Is this true?
Yes, Antebellum is a real
Okay.
thing. In fact, that's why the girl
Wow.
from The Bachelor went to an Antebellum party, and I'm going to get what an Antebellum party is.
Okay.
But she went on an Antebellum party and posted pictures of herself, and they wear these ball gowns, and they're like of a plantation. They're the women of the plantation have these grand things, and it's called Antebellum. And she went to an Antebellum party, and so I don't know her name, but from The Bachelor, the one, I think now there's been a second black contestant, but the first black contestant
the other black,
interviewed Chris and said, well, what would I be at that party? He didn't understand necessarily why I was racist, but she was like, but if I attended the party, she would be the slave.
Right.
So she's like, so now do you get it? Because if I attended that party, I can attend in that attire of I would attend in what I was at that time as they're commemorating that time. In that time, this is who I would be.
Do you think that's still a thing today? Is that still like?
Yeah, this was 2018. She went to the party.
Oh,
and that's why they were saying, "Oh, whoa! Yeah. There's pictures of you." But the guy Chris from The Bachelor said that was 2018. This new cancel culture of 2021 is different. 2018 is not that long ago to be going to an Antebellum party.
It's not. And then how old is she? Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, she's your age. I'm assuming that she's probably about your age.
No.
And so they're still having these parties in the South.
Crazy. That's crazy. Honestly, I really liked the movie. At first, I was like, I don't know. I was just watching it, and then it went to the whole. Are we spoiling it? I mean,
this is going to be spoilers, but you'll still want to watch it because we can't give it justice. So go watch the movie. It has Janelle Monáe in it. Great, she's a singer, right?
Janelle, yes, I believe so.
And she was also in the movie with the women who went up in space.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait, forget my reporting here on Intellectual Radio. What? Hidden Figures.
Yeah, Hidden Figures.
She was in that movie as well.
When you said went up in space, I'm like, they went up in space.
They didn't go up in space.
I know what you said. But they worked on them getting up to space. I was like, I think she's talking about Hidden Figures, but they didn't go up in space. But yeah, okay. So yeah, she was on there. She was on there. But the movie was really good. Like, it was wild.
It's a thriller, guys. Like, so if you want to watch it, we're not going to talk about it well enough for you to have any spoilers because you're going to want to see it to really get the. But I also want to go with. So antebellum means before a war. The term has been widely associated with the pre-Civil War period in the United States. And do you know the group Lady? It was Lady Antebellum. Now they're going by Lady A because they dropped the name just like we're talking about leaving Dr. Seuss and stopping Jeep Cherokee. They realized the impact of what their name was. Their country group, Lady Antebellum. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, so they dropped the Antebellum part of their name and they go by Lady A now because when the Confederate flag coming down and the robbery, the different structures and things that commemorate that time period they're trying to go away with. So you like the movie?
Yeah, the movie was really good. I didn't know all that was about to happen because I didn't know what it was at all. Like I went in there blind. I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And it's just crazy that it was I thought it was during that time period.
That's what throws you off is that you think you're watching it during that time period. Now we're about to give some major spoilers, I guess. But you think you're watching it during that time period.
And it wasn't. I was like, wow, this is right outside of X, Y, and Z. And like the thing is, it could still be technically happening in the year 2021. That's how, I don't know. When I saw it, I was like, this could be happening right now. We don't even know.
I think that's what blew the mind of our super producer is that what if this is actually happening?
Yes.
We do know of people that are being kidnapped off the streets and never found. Again. And what if they're using those people
to still have that? persona of.
Watch the movie, you guys, and
Yeah.
tell us what you think. So I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, no, I really
I
did.
think it was definitely a huge plot twist.
Yes, it was. And like they got, because she was stolen. Oh, she was kidnapped. Let me stop. Yeah, but yeah, it was good. Gotta watch it. Please watch it. It was good.
It was
wasn't
good.
kind of long. It was like wasn't too crazy long. It was worth it though. I think it was like an hour 30, hour 45. I don't know.
So it's antebellum, and it's a horror thriller, but not one of those scare like kind of horror thrillers. It's just kind of, what is the movie with, not The Omen? Why do I keep bringing up things that I can't remember the name of? So let me stop. Watch the movie Antebellum.
Yes.
It came out in 2020. You can find it on Hulu.
Yes.
So check it out. I also like to know, what are you guys watching?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're binge watching, because I'm a binge TV watcher.
Same.
And so I like to do that. Hello, Darcy. Making waves with Miss Darcy.
Hey, Darcy.
Have you met Jasmine?
Yeah.
This is Jasmine. She is Tuesdays and Thursdays at Intellectual Radio. So making waves with Miss Darcy. She's one of our Darcy. She's one of our not oldest as an age, but the longevity of her show. She's probably someone who's been here almost probably 10 years. I mean, 10 years, like doing her show that long. So part of the Intellectual Radio family. So Jasmine is new to the Intellectual Radio family, and she has coffee time with Jasmine, and she's having coffee time with me today. And I know, Darcy, I know you're a coffee drinker. We're going to have our coffee, try something different, because I know what Darcy drinks. We're going to try a new, I have Ducacino. We're going to try something new and join Jasmine in her coffee time on Sundays at 11.
New. I like that. Do you like iced coffee?
I love iced coffee, but do you drink? See, when I'm cold, I like warm coffee, and in the summer, I like iced
You're that
coffee.
person. Okay, got it.
I'm that person.
I get why though, because it's cold outside. I need something hot.
It's weird. And I can have iced coffee, but then I have gone there and ordered two.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest that I've had. I've gone. I want iced coffee, and I need the hot coffee.
And you'll drink both.
Yeah, I'll get a small of each one.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
And then I'll have both.
I never thought about that.
It's probably stupid and spending a whole lot of money, but I wanted both.
Out to the large one though. I mean, I don't know.
No, it costs more, but
no, it costs more. Okay,
but I want both, and so I know it's weird. I know y'all forget y'all. I know
it's okay.
So
you do what you want to do.
So Coming to America, you said you haven't seen it. Had you seen the original? Because you're kind of young. It wasn't even out. I don't think because the original was out 30 years ago. Right. Yeah. So you would have to seen it a couple times.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times. Not when it first came out, obviously, because I wasn't born yet. But yes, it's good. It was good. I mean, but I'm really excited to see the second one because there's a lot of like new faces in it. So I'm excited.
You will be excited to see it, and I think you don't have to have seen the first one. Yes, to catch all that was so and so from back then. If you want to do that, but if you hadn't seen it, you could watch it as well. I enjoyed it, but there's a lot of like hoopla over people who do not like it, and I'm gonna say don't compare. Okay. Like watch it independently to enjoy it as its own film, and do not try to, because the people who don't like it all say that it's a compare. They don't think the first one was better. Like I wouldn't even try to watch it as a comparison from the first to the second. Right. It's kind of like, where are they now to me? Like what are they doing now? Like it's the next chapter
in their
of it versus trying to compare it movie to movie.
Right. Are they saying the first one is better?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The people who didn't like it like the first one better.
But I think the first one's always going to be, you could say, better because it's the first one. And it's been like 30 years. But then again, I haven't seen the second one. So I'm excited. I really want to watch it. It's on Amazon, right? Prime?
Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm. I heard they're trying to ban Amazon Prime right now.
Why?
I guess some type of workers. I'd have to read more about it, but they're doing something to their workers.
Oh, I see. So they're want to boycott
Amazon,
I wonder how you make money off this movie without people actually going to the show to see it or paying more to see it.
Right.
Like if I already have an Amazon Prime account.
Maybe it's based off how many views it gets. How many people watch it? I mean, because I mean,
So where does more money come from for more views?
I don't. You
I
ask.
don't,
I don't know. I don't know.
you
I'm
like,
trying
I
to
don't know
think
why you asking me. I
because
don't work for Amazon.
maybe they get a percentage because obviously we all pay for Amazon Prime.
But if you're already paying for it,
But is it okay? So do you pay for a Prime Video or no
so that's the thing. You didn't have to pay more. I could see if to watch this video on Prime, Amazon Prime, you now have to pay 99
for the
cents
Prime Video?
for the Prime Video.
Right, but you don't need Prime Video to watch this movie, correct?
Right, as long as you pay for Amazon Prime.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I don't know how they're making money.
I
They're
mean,
making money though. I know that
they're making money. They
ain't
wouldn't
out
have
here
done it if they
right,
did right.
Right, they're not just out
But
here.
I'm like, don't understand it. I guess it's not for me to understand. I like that it felt like it was free, even
Right.
though you pay for your Amazon Prime. It's
Right.
kind of like you got to watch it for free.
Right not at the movies, but yeah.
Because at the movies, you would have paid an additional, be paying for your Amazon Prime,
Right.
and still had to go pay $30 at the movie to see it. So
yeah, I miss the movies though. I like the movies
I did too. You don't realize how much you actually like something until it's gone.
until it's gone. Yeah, but everything open all back up. But I like that. Honestly, everything is so distant because honestly, if you think about it, how we're all just all clustered up in an elevator and stuff, and now I'm like, I want to be on an elevator alone. Oh, two people? No, I don't want two people because it's too much. And like, I don't know. So I feel like some of my coworkers, I'd be trying to walk fast to the elevator so I don't have to be on there with anyone because it's like, no.
And you close the door.
Yes.
You see him come, you're like,
close. No. Well, two people could be on there, Jasmine. No, we cannot be on the elevator together because like, I don't know. It's just crazy how much like you could easily get COVID and it's like that small space. No, one person on the elevator, you get on the next one. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta wait.
We're always in a hurry though. We're
Yeah.
being of people that like to get places fast. This hour went by so quickly.
What? OMG, it's 2:59. I think it's like 2:30 still.
So
Yes.
it really does go by quickly. Let's see. Did I get to all of our little hot
I don't
topics?
think so. Wait, maybe? I don't know.
I think we may have touched on almost all of
Okay,
them.
that's good.
Got to Mr. Potato Head.
Yes. I didn't know about the Mr. Potato Head. I gotta read more about that. That is
Well, yeah, now it's
Man.
just Potato Head. I think they're just
Right.
gonna drop the Mr. and Mrs.
But I like Ms. and Mrs.
But you can make it because all of it is going to be in the box now.
But like, you know how like they have obviously Toy Story. Will they still have them as characters then?
they're gonna be by the transgender.
I'm done.
I
I'm
don't
done.
know, I'm making that up.
Okay. Like, how are you gonna change their characters now? No, I'm just playing.
But yeah, but I think he can still be male. I don't understand, and I'm going to have a show on this, so I can speak from a more educated, and
Right.
I don't want to offend people. So I guess
Right.
I need to know
More about-
why, so I understand how
Yeah.
I'm being offensive,
Right.
because I don't quite understand
Damn.
it.
Right. No, I agree. I definitely do agree. I just like I don't know. Like I get the whole just like the potato head. I get that. Like the toys and stuff. I 100% get that. But I don't want them to go to Toy Story and then just change it. I don't think they would, but I don't want them to go to make Toy Story number 5 and then it just be a potato head. You get what I'm saying? I don't
Well,
think
they
would
are
do that.
probably are though.
Okay, I'm done. We're done. Thank you for tuning in. No, I'm just playing.
But thank you. You can go ahead and do that. So, how tell them about how they can reach you and listen to your show.
Yes. So I'm actually so basically my name is Jasmine. Obviously, the name of my show is Coffee Time with Jasmine. Every other Sunday at 11 a.m. I'll be airing my show, just talking about a bunch of things. But you can contact me on Instagram. It's I am Jasmine Yates, or you can add me on Facebook, Jasmine Yates, and then my YouTube page, obviously Coffee Time with Jasmine. So definitely subscribe, add me, and then honestly look at all my old videos. You'll like them a lot. Thanks.
I just realized you were on Darcy's show. You were a
Yes.
guest on. You were a co-host with Darcy.
Mhm.
Oh, it's like it's
Coming
all
back to you.
coming back.
Mhm.
Hey, that's cool.
Yep.
So I'm like telling you, and you're like, yeah, I was on the show. I do know. So that's funny. So yeah, check out her show. And so we're gonna end with the color of the nails. She always has different nails when she comes in. Besides her coffee and trending coffee, you have trending nail designs.
Yes.
So let's see the nails today. What's the color of
So
the
they're
week?
like a turquoise. I went for green, but it's like a green. It's in the green family. But I have like turquoise. There's like white outline, and then it's
Hold
like
them up. Let's see. So we can.
sparkly at the. I mean,
Are they
sparkles.
red bottom nails? They are red on the inside.
They are, because I got a set over, so my Valentine's nails are under.
And they're red under. Oh, because
Hmm.
I thought you had red bottom nails. I'm like, is this fancy now?
I
Because now
really
you
want to
got.
get that though, but I mean, it looks like it. So yes, I do have red bottom nails. So yes,
So I kind of now mine I thought was green, but here it feels bluish,
it does look bluish. I
aqua,
like it though. Yeah,
aqua
aqua
blue.
blue.
So I have on the nail color that you just stick on. That my they're actually a sponsor of the show. It's called Color Streets, and I'll put in the comments how you can get Color Streets. But it's different colors, and I just change it, pop it on, no dry time.
Hmm.
Yesterday, I said, "Oh, I want to wear this color," and I was like, "I think I have some Color Streets as this color," and then I just popped them on, no drying, no spit. I mean, and I can go. So, and I buy all different colors so I can go by my whim. And it comes off just with nail polish remover and stick
Nice.
on colors and go. So we're kind of similar
Yeah,
today.
honestly, we are.
We are. So tell really you have to tune in. Are you here next week or the week after? When
The
is
week
your next
after,
show?
but I
The week
think I
after.
honestly will be having a show tomorrow. We'll have to discuss that.
Okay,
But
so coffee time with Jasmine. You'll have to check in when we'll promote it. I'll promote it, and you can come out and see coffee time. But stay tuned at 3:30 today. I am going to have Sandy Red. She was on The Voice. I think that's the correct show. We will interview her and find out. And she was she made it pretty far. I think she was on Adam Levine's team of The Voice, and she has a new single coming out, and we are going to hear all about what's new. Shades of Sandy Red will be on at 3:30 today. So come back with me and find out more about Sandy Red. I'll see you later. But I want you to come back here also. If you coming back next Sunday, 2 p.m., same time, same place. I'm here on Sundays, our fun days with my friend Jasmine. She's at 11 on Intellectual Radio. That's how you listen. I'm like, cue the music. Phone ring at the same time. Thank you guys. See you next week. No, I'll see you actually at 3:30. Or I'll see you next week. Thank you.